Hi, this is Simon Liang, and welcome to our very first new show called Groove at Any Time. For those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Simon Liang, and it's great to be back after over about a month since the last time that we have met on the Groovathon. I can't believe that it has been 1 month already, and it is very exciting that we have the opportunity here to meet up once again because we have many cool new announcements for you. Now, here's the thing. For those of you who don't understand what Groove at Any Time is, it is our new show, not to be confused with Groove at Night or Groove at Day, which are some of the names of the different programs that we ran during our 14-day Groovathon that we did during the 2-week launch that we did about a month ago. And so obviously those were some very exciting times and some very good memories. And many of us, we couldn't wait until we can go back live once again. And I'm very thankful for Donna and Mike for the opportunity for us to reunite here. And something of a very interesting story, if you're interested to hear about it, is actually before David Lemon even, started working with the company, I was talking to Donna and I was talking to Mike, and we had this idea about going live on inside the group pretty much every single day, but at random times, at different times, so that we can give you some training, some tutorials, and whatever other bonuses just as a gift for joining us as members. Of course, since then, David Lemon had joined the team, and because he's a lot more structured, he's a lot more organized, he decided that he was going to put on the same tutorials, the same live streams at the same time as often as he could. And so for a while, if you recall, they were all at the exact same time. And now he still continues to try to keep them around the same time as much as possible. However, we still obviously kept the notion, the idea of going on at any time still up for grabs. And we figured now, with about 6 weeks left to go in 2020, we figured that now is the perfect time for all of us to kind of reunite and see what is the best possible way that we can bring even more value to you as our members. But not only that, what we're doing right now is we're actually multi-streaming on multiple platforms as well as destinations. And we're also live streaming on our Facebook pages for the very first time. So some of you may or may not even be inside our private Facebook group just yet. But of course, our goal is to provide you as much content as possible over time. And of course, at any given time, if you feel like it is for you to join us inside the groups, we highly welcome you to do so. Now, for all of you who are watching us live right now, the way that I do a lot of my live streams, not just for my own live streams on my own channels and on my own Facebook pages and profiles and groups, is I do want to make them as interactive as possible. I don't want this to be a monologue. I don't want to really be talking to myself. So over time, you'll probably understand that I might want to interact with you. Maybe I want to ask you questions. Maybe I want to answer your questions. Maybe I want to see your comments. So since this is our very first time going live right now, what I want to do is to invite you, whichever platform that you're watching us on right now, whether it's Twitch, whether it's YouTube, whether it's on any of our Facebook platforms, such as our private Facebook groups, on our public pages, or any personal profiles, we want to invite you to leave a comment, say hi. Sometimes we may or may not be able to see your name. So what we want to invite you to do as well, if I can find that banner, is if you can go to streamyard.com/Facebook and activate or allow the authorization for Facebook to actually show your name as well as your profile picture. That will help us out tremendously, because whenever you comment, we will be able to see you. Okay, so if you're watching us again, whether joining us for the very first time or whether you are a returning resident and you want to interact with us, we invite you to do so. Leave a comment, say hi, let us know where you are from. I will tell you right now, I am in Malaysia. Today, right now, is 3:20 p.m. in the afternoon. Happy Saturday to all of you who are watching us live. And of course, we want to know where you are and what time it is where you happen to be as well. So when you get the chance, please go ahead and leave a comment, leave a like, of course, interact as much as possible. We want to make sure that we are talking with you and not at you. So you might be asking, what is the point of this Groove at Any Time? What is this brand new show all about? Sure, you will know that, especially if you're inside of our community, if you're inside of our group, you would know that there is no shortage of content whatsoever. I mentioned David Lemon earlier, and ever since I believe either it was April or May, he had been on the team, and pretty much every single day, he had been showering us with a lot of really great content, tutorials, training on a wide variety of subjects, on topics, and of course, using a lot of the tools. And so with all of that, there is definitely no shortage of content. If you're wondering how you can learn more about the platform, how you can make money with it, how you can be motivated and communicate with all the community members and network with them, watch those videos, watch the replays. I think by now there's probably over hundreds and hundreds of hours worth of content that you can literally be watching on replay. And by the end of what you even see, maybe even half of it, maybe even a fraction of it, you will have already what it takes in order for you to start making money with the whole Groove Funnels program. And so, of course, there's no shortage of training whatsoever. However, in addition to, of course, David Lemon, we also have Tom Beal, who every single week also provides additional content. John Garcia also teaches on Groove Card. We also have people like Donna Fox and Joe Jablonski and so many of our other fellow experts like Coach Deb, who show up every single week in terms of their contribution to additional content as well, and not to mention guest experts, VIPs, interviews from fellow specialists who are very good at what they do. So in terms of training and everything along those lines, I believe you don't really need any more if you don't want to. The basis of what we believe in, though, as a company, as a community, is that as much as there is content, there's probably never enough. Never enough, as in never enough opportunities for us to connect, never enough opportunities for us to hang out, interact, engage. And while you can watch all these different replays that are going on all the time, they're already live on Facebook, they're already live on YouTube, as well as on Twitch. You can see them anytime that you want. But the most important touch is the human touch, is that human element. So whenever possible, we want to also get additional opportunities, particularly in different times of the world where we normally don't have people going live. For example, today is Saturday in the afternoon in Asia hours and Australia hours. This is a time where most of the people who are around this area, they wouldn't get the opportunity to necessarily connect simply because they're not awake during the hours of the original live sessions that are going on from the additional speakers and trainers. So we want to, at any given time, as much as possible, interact with you as much as we can. Now, before we actually get into some of the contents that we have for you today, the reason why we are here, for those of you who might not know who I am, joining us for the first time and meeting us for the very first time, I want to, as this is the very first time that we're doing this Groove at Any Time session, maybe tell you just a little bit about myself. Obviously, not too long, not too much, because I want to give you some resources where you can actually go to see more about where I came from, my story, and my affiliation with Mike, with Donna, with Tom Beal, and the entire Groove community. So for all of you who are watching right now, would absolutely appreciate your patience as we figure all these things out. And by the way, this is the very first time that I am going live by myself without a backup team, without doing anything, set up everything on StreamYard all on my own. Yes, I've been live streaming, but I've been doing a lot of things on my own platforms. Last time when we did the 14-day Groovathon, I also had the help, of course, of the rest of the team. So right now, I'm the only one here. I'm the only one who set everything up. And quite frankly, I don't even know who's going to be watching. I don't know if you're going to be interacting. So if you're again watching, you're here, please let me know. It would be awesome to interact and reconnect with all of you, whether you're new or whether we are joining you once again since the last time at the Groovathon, which was a month ago. So with that said, before I actually get into a quick introduction, I do want to give a shout out to a few of you who have started saying hi. So we have Manat from India. It is 12:51 p.m. for you. So thank you very much. By the way, for all of our Indian friends, happy Deepavali, because it is a national holiday for all of you. And of course, for us here in Malaysia, it is a widely celebrated holiday. However, we are on lockdown, which means that no gatherings are allowed. We cannot go out. Unfortunately, for many people, we have to celebrate at home and all those things. I don't personally celebrate, but I think that tonight in celebration of life, in celebration of the holiday, we are going to cook up some chicken biryani rice or something just for the sake of it. So if you have any recommendations on recipes and things like that, it would be highly appreciated, because we're just always testing our recipes and things like that. And it's a lot of fun, but obviously not so authentic. So obviously lots of things to learn. So Mr. Manat, thank you for saying hi all the way from India. We have Sarah. Hey, good to see you, Sarah. She's saying good to see you here. Good to see you as well. Thank you for joining us. Mark from the UK, thank you as well for joining us all the way from the UK. We have Karen who's saying hi, man. Hi, Simon. Hi, Joe Jablonski. Hi, everyone. Joe is currently not here with us. I think it is about 2:30 a.m. where he is right now. So he's probably asleep, but I'm sure we'll pass off the message to him and saying hi to him for you. Derek is saying, hey back to you, Mr. Derek. Nice to see you. Manat is saying, yes, it is a festive season. Mark is saying it's 7:26, I presume, a.m. in the UK. So a very good morning to you, also in lockdown. And for us, we're going to be on lockdown for probably another few weeks. It might get extended, it might not, but who knows? We just have to make do with what we have. We have another Facebook friend. It says Facebook user. And he or she is saying, hey, basically, if you are joining us for the very first time on StreamYard, once again, if you can please go to streamyard.com/Facebook and authorize Facebook to show us your name, show us your face, so that we are able to see you and not just Facebook user, like what we see over here. It would be very cool, because then we can definitely be able to connect with you. Okay, so cool. Now that we have seen all of you here, please continue to say hi. Please continue to connect, because this is my favorite part of the day. Better than talking to the camera, better than talking to four walls. I can actually see that you are watching, you're interacting. This would be an absolute amazing opportunity for us to connect if this is the first time that we are doing it. So for those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Simon Liang. More or less, I've been friends with Mike and Donna and Tom Beal and probably most of the big veterans in the internet marketing space for probably about 15, 16 years now. Ever since about 2004, 2005, I've been engrossed in the internet marketing community. But it was because of Mike Fulsame when I met him for the first time at a live seminar, and he shared his story about how he left his job, he quit his job, he resigned on August 5th, 2004. That was my inspiration to also resign from my job. At that time, I was working at Google. in the Silicon Valley. And of course, being a multi-billion-dollar company already at the time, it was an amazing decision that I had to make to leave the company. But nonetheless, it was because of all of my marketing friends, especially Mr. Mike, who not only uh, inspired me, but more or less and indirectly motivated, persuaded, convinced, encouraged, however you want to say it. And on August 5th, 2006, I also resigned from Google as well. So instead of telling you my entire life story, I'm going to go ahead and show you a link where you can watch a video that I had recently created, because this is, if you go to simonleon.com/freedom, or maybe it's simonleon.com/freedom day. Let's try that one more time. It will redirect you actually to my YouTube video that is going to show you that story. And it will include, of course, cameos from Mike. You'll see Donna, you'll see Tom in there. And it's just a really inspirational day, because ever since then, since I created this video on August 5th of this year, August 5th has now been an official Groove holiday. So I'm not sure if you're aware or not. We're talking about today is a national holiday for India. And we always have a ton of different holiday seasons and reasons for us to celebrate. And August 5th is the official Groove reason for us to celebrate as well. So definitely check that out if you're interested to learn more about Freedom Day and everything behind it, because it is going to be a spectacular, memoric, and historic day for all of us. Now, moving a little bit forward, I talked a little bit about the Groovathon, and the last time that I probably met many of you who joined us on the Groovathon, probably, and I'm taking a look at some of you here right now. We have Mark saying hi from Malaysia. Here's the time, 3:28 p.m. Awesome sharing. I'm also in Malaysia. I'm in Penang. We're also on lockdown right here in Malaysia. We call it CMCO. So for Mr. Mark, thank you for joining us. Happy Saturday to you. And the Funnel Stack, who joins me usually on my personal live streams, on my own profiles, on my own pages, on my own YouTube channel. You are here again, join us. So very good to see you. Funnel Stack, we have Jody Jones saying hi, Simon. Hello back to you as well. Jody. And Richie saying, have a great session Saturday. That video is a must watch, talking about Freedom Day, right? So Richie is my indirect and unsung hero, partner in crime in terms of anything video related. He is the man when it comes to video editing, video creation, all the cool Groove videos that you have seen, from the promo to all the things with Mike Phil Same and John Cornetta and our all-star team, and all those really great, amazing videos and their bios and everything. They were created by this guy that you see on the screen right here. So definitely a legend in the video marketing and editing space. I have much to learn from you, my friends. So we will be in touch soon. We have friends who are from, is that Bali? I'm not sure. BA, and then we have a little something or let me know where you're from if it's not Bali, but it's great to connect with you. Shelly is saying hi from the UK. Oh, there you go. Thank you for verifying. Buck from Bali, good to see you. Thank you for joining us. Cool. So we have a lot of new friends that I am also personally meeting, and it is absolutely amazing. And I was talking about the Groovathon. Many of the friends that I have just said hi to the last time that we did connect was on the Groovathon. And it was basically 14 days with tons of content for 2 weeks in a row, over 300 hours of consecutive value that the entire team at Groove continued to share with you. And that's why, along with Richie, along with his wife Sulim, and of course me and the marketing team as well, we are also working hard to edit those videos and make sure that for those of you who are upgraded to the entire suite of Groove funnels, you are able to get the best possible bonus when it comes to the Groovathon replay. So for sure, we're going to continue to work hard for you. But basically, with those 14 days, it was an amazing opportunity, not only for all of our viewers, not only for all of you, all of our fellow members, but also for people like me. Believe it or not, at that point in time, the very first day, it was my first time doing an entire session of live streaming all by myself. Previously, I was on with people like Coach Deb on her own interviews. I was on with David Lemon on a couple different ones, and throughout the years I was on other live streams. For example, I was interviewed by friends like Joel Com and other people who are also veterans in the internet marketing space. However, being on live stream, that was the first time that I actually did it, because I'm naturally an introvert. I do public speaking. I am a professional speaker. I've spoken on stages across the world for the past 15, 16 years. However, as a natural introvert, speaking when I'm in the room by myself, without seeing audience members, without people interacting, without people engaging, without people laughing or crying or clapping or whatever, even as far as to walk out the door and reject what I say, at least it's still interaction to me, right? Now, when I'm by myself, it's completely weird for me to actually just look at the camera and start talking. And so when it came to the Groovathon, it was actually one of my first opportunities to be able to go live for hours and hours and hours at a time, notwithstanding, being interviewed with other people, being on TV and being on the news and all those things. Yes, I've done all of that. I've done my own webinars. I've done my own private coaching with my own students, but live streaming to just a blank crowd that I cannot see is something completely different. And so I'm very thankful and grateful for the 14-day Groovathon. If there is anything that I can take away, is that everything here in the Groove community is an opportunity for us to grow, and opportunities for us to improve our skills, to learn new things, and basically to become the best at what we can do for ourselves. If there's anything, any type of goals that you want to achieve, this is the place for it. And so I'm going to be talking more about how we plan to help you to contribute towards that. But more so, I want to talk a little bit more about what the Groovathon actually did for many of us. I believe for many members, if you, by the way, haven't seen the 14-day Groovathon, go to our YouTube channel for now. Take a look at some of the replays that are there, because it's a great opportunity for you to get a taste on exactly what happened, right? All the calibers, the high calibers of the guests that we had. It was just an amazing array of VIP veterans that you simply won't find anywhere else, all in one place. And so for all of our fellow members, of course, it was a very, very special treat, right? It was an opportunity for all of you to meet all these gurus, meet these real deal experts. And I would say, even for the team and even for myself and all of the speakers, after about 2 weeks of connecting with all of you and interacting with everybody, with each other, after those 2 weeks were over, I think I'm not alone to say that we actually had a little bit of what we call withdrawals, right? We wanted to come back live, and we wanted to do more things with you, and we want to interact again. We had no idea in what capacity. I had no idea what I wanted to say, and neither did any of the other fellow hosts and co-hosts, right? But we knew that we wanted to come back at some point in time, maybe not immediately, because from what I heard from people like Angie Norris and Donna Fox and Coach Deb and David Lemon, all these people who worked really hard for us during those 2 weeks, it took them anywhere between a week, sometimes 10 days, sometimes 2 weeks to fully recover. So that's the kind of challenges that we did, the sacrifices that we put on the line to share with you. But it was worth it, because even though we weren't fully recovered, we wanted to come back on live and we wanted to share more. And so it wasn't until the last couple of days that we decided that at whatever capacity that we can think of new ideas to share with you and things like that. In the meantime, for some of you who are watching us right now, you may know that I also launched a series of my own live streams. So that's another thing that the Groovathon did for me. It got me a new passion. it created a new hobby for me to now do my own live streams. I couldn't get on live here on the Groove community, but I can go live on my own channels. So now I'm on, YouTube, I'm on Twitch, I'm on Periscope, I'm trying to get on LinkedIn and Instagram, but I'm also across multiple platforms on my own Facebook. And so it's just a huge opportunity for me to learn this new skill, do a lot of new things. You see all the lights behind me, right? That wasn't there during the 14-day Groovathon. These are all things I continue to learn along the way. Learn from fellow speakers and my friends who are also doing live streams and watching videos. And so everything is a learning process. And I'm very excited to continue to share with you in this capacity, being able to share with you directly inside of our Groove community. Now, you may also be asking though, we already have the David Lemon live streams. We already have the Tom Beal live streams. We also go live with Groove Carts, right? With John Garcia. We also have the Groove Digital Presents every single Friday with experts. What's the difference here? So one thing that I don't want you to confuse with what they do is they do a lot of trainings. They do a lot of tutorials. They do a lot of even webinar presentations. So for me, the majority of the time that you will see with me is actually, I will do more so motivational, inspirational, connection, because I want to connect with you. Maybe in the future have opportunities for us to, ask questions and do live Q&As. And if you're interested at any given time to also share something, you want to be featured, you want to be interviewed, you want to do a co-session together, right? This is the opportunity and this is the show for all of us to do that. So this is going to be something that I foresee can be very huge, very life-changing and impactful in a way that the tutorials and the live training really can't be. In addition, this session is not only privately available inside of our private Facebook groups. For example, if you're in Groove Digital Official or if you're in Groove JV, this was where we live streamed for the Groovathon, if you recall. However, right now, we're also live streaming on a couple of our Facebook pages, for example, Groove Funnels and Groove Apps. So if you're not yet a part of our community, you're not a part of the Facebook groups, you're still able to watch these videos because we ultimately want to persuade you, encourage you, convince you that there is so much more that you can be learning about and being able to connect with us outside of just being in the pages and hanging out outside of our doors, when right now our doors are wide open with you to join us, and we're going to welcome you with open arms whenever you feel like you are ready to join us. And so for all of you who also want to work with us to talk to fellow members who are not yet members of our groups, but looking to maybe invest in Groove Funnels or have questions or wondering how they can make the best use of it, all these pre-sale stuff, pre-sign up stuff, right? Then this is the place for us to deliver more value to the more general public for anyone who really wants to learn more. Okay, so before I continue on with some additional things that I have for you, let's go ahead and say hi to a few of you who are joining us now and leaving comments. And by the way, if of course you are interested to say hi, please do so in the comments, because we are going to enjoy the interaction with all of you. Derek is saying hi. So hi to you as well, Mr. Derek. Thank you for joining us. Please let us know where you're joining us from. Sue is saying hi, Simon from Australia. I watched you on the Groovathon. Thank you for coming back, Sue. I do remember you, some of the comments here and there during the 14-day Groovathon. So it's great to reconnect with you once again. We have Artrit Venus saying, glad you're saying that. I tried it and it takes some getting used to, especially during these hard times when it's a total head game to try not to lose your mind in all of the sky falling and fear. I understand 2020 has been a roller coaster ride for the majority of us. And I think I speak for many, if not most, of the active members who are here in Groove when we say that the community is here for you. You are not alone. All of us have been going through very similar things. I mean, I'm on lockdown, and people who are commenting saying that they're in the UK, they're also on lockdown. So we're sharing a lot of the same problems. When before this whole pandemic happened, before we were locked down, I had several active businesses, from seminars. I was traveling around the world. I organized my own courses, my own live events. I also have clients. I have an agency. I meet up with my clients. And so all those things, suddenly, when March came around, it all went away, right? Initially, it was just a 2-week lockdown, but 2 weeks got extended to another 2 weeks, and then it got extended to another 2 weeks. And up until now, we still never fully recovered, never fully opened up again, until the point where last week we went back into semi-lockdown for the next month, and probably it will be extended until the rest of the year. In fact, in Malaysia, where I am right now, we're completely locked in. The borders are closed, especially for foreigners like me. We cannot leave, and people from outside, they cannot come in either. So no more traveling, no more holidays, no more anything. And right now, at least for the next foreseeable several weeks, I'll probably spend most of my time in this room as well. So I know exactly what you're talking about when you're saying, the entire world, it feels like the sky is falling. It feels like the world is coming to an end. Many of us are experiencing a lot of different problems, whether it's losing a job, whether it's losing your business, or forced to look for alternative ways to make a living, make ends meet, to survive. You're at the right place, because I can't tell you any other opportunity, any other community where you have so many like-minded people at such high caliber, the real veterans of internet marketing. I've been doing internet marketing ever since 1997. I've been making money online ever since 1997. And all the gurus, all the veterans, all the mentors that are right here in the Groove community are people that I look up to. People that have been doing it even longer than me. They were my mentor figures. People like Mike and Donna and Tom, they were my mentor figures when I first got started. So there is no better place than right here. There is no better time than right now. I believe that for being right here, and if you have the ability to watch me right now, you're in a so much better position than everybody else, than so many people, not everybody else, but so many people out there who can't. Right. And so I believe that there is definitely a lot of hope. Don't give up. Make sure that you do what you can to do what you can, and maximize your experience with us. Shelly is saying, I loved Groovathon, the best 2 weeks of knowledge. And as they say, the best is yet to come, right? Because when it comes to the Groovathon, it was only the beginning. There are talks, there are rumors of having a second Groovathon coming soon. There are talks, as you heard during the Groovathon itself, of a channel called Groove TV and so many other things. This is not the only brand new show that we have planned. So definitely stay tuned. If you thought the 2 weeks of the Groovathon was awesome, as they say, you ain't seen nothing yet. We have Susanna saying, greetings from morning in Switzerland. A very good morning to you as well. It is 3:48 p.m. in the afternoon where I am right now. And one thing that is going to be very common is I'm going to be on at different times of the day. Okay, so for those of you who are watching us live right now, keep in mind it might not always be at this time. For those of you who might be watching us on replay, maybe one day you can join us live as well, because we will go on literally at any time. And that's why we call this Groove at any time, because of the opportunity for people all around the globe to be able to join us live. We have another Facebook user who is saying, hi, Ola from Ireland. Ola, if you can do me a favor and go to streamyard.com/Facebook and authorize your name and your photo to be seen with StreamYard, then we can actually see your name as well as your photo whenever you are leaving comments. Otherwise, it's going to say Facebook user, like it says here right now. And Ola is saying, I deactivated my lifetime ownership for lack of fund. Now I am thinking of coming back, but on installment payments for maybe the 6-month option. How do I do this? Planning to do that by first week of December. Advice. Very good. So no worries for any of these pre-sales questions. And if you need to even contact me directly, I welcome you to, because all I want to do right now is to help as many people as possible. And if you can, you can simply, if you think that you can just figure it out yourself, it's very easy to just go back into your account and go for reactivating it again. However, if you have some additional, more personal questions, I will share with you some additional ways of getting in touch with me later on so that you can, of course, ask those questions to me directly. We have Kim Digital, who says, "Hi, Simon. Always lots to learn from you. Still need to learn how to let people know how Groove is a game changer and learn myself how to use all the bits of Groove to help other businesses DIY." Stay tuned, Kim, because before the end of this session, I have yet another pretty cool surprise for all of you, which is going to help you in exactly the way that you just mentioned. Now, without further ado, why don't we start to slowly transition into that? Because I did mention that we have some surprises for you. And if you don't know where I mentioned that, let me really quickly see how this works. I'm going to share the screen with you. Okay, so if you can see my screen, you will see that right now I am on my Facebook. Actually, this is the Facebook group for Groove Funnels, okay, for Groove Digital. Earlier today, as you can see over here, about 10 hours ago, I submitted this post. And it's basically a call for video testimonials. There's a reason why we want video testimonials, and it's going to be a very similar reason as the help that you are personally seeking for, Kim. So stay tuned for this. If you haven't seen this, go to the Groove Digital official page. Look, you can do a search for my name or search for calling for video testimonials or whatever, and read this, because what you'll see is that we actually have a few surprises, all sorts of surprises that are designed to provide you with more education, sales, and overall value. Now, this live show, this Groove at Any Time live show, is one of those surprises, but it's not the only one. Read on, right? It says, "This is where you come in because we need your help." We are looking for video testimonials so that if we are able to, let's say hypothetically, help you to speak to your customers for you, help you to talk to your affiliates, help you to convince anyone who might be interested in upgrading to Groove Funnels, but you don't know how to talk to them and you need our help. All of this is designed towards helping you towards that path. Okay, so read through what you see over here. And if you're interested in helping out, in contributing, just like many of our fellow Groovesters who are already committed and saying, "Yes, I will give you a testimonial. I will commit. I will do it." Right? We have Angie Norris who's saying all of the above. We'll do that. Richie is saying, "I got you, bro." If you also want to join us and you want to contribute your piece in the video testimonial, share your story, let us help to make you more famous than you already are. And at the same time, also contribute by helping fellow Groovesters all at once in the community itself. Okay, so in just a short while, I will tell you more about exactly what we will do with this testimonial, but absolutely be sure and let us know right now as well in the comments of this particular live stream if you want to commit, because I believe that with you as a part of our team, as a part of our community to do this together, it will be absolutely mind-blowing and we will break all records once again. Okay, so continuing on with this, what are we gonna do with all of these different video testimonials? I'm not sure if you remember, and I'm going to click through to another one of our previous posts. This one was posted by Donna Fox back in September. So obviously, if you joined us after September, you wouldn't know anything about this unless somehow you ran across it, you searched for it, and then somehow you saw this. Basically, she put up a very generic, open-ended, and hypothetical question. She asked, would you like us to close your affiliate sales for you? Now, I'm interested to know, would you like to have us close your affiliate sales for you as well, right? If you do, let us know in the comments, because the more people who say you do, the more likely we're going to make this happen, and probably the more likely that we will expedite this process as well. If you actually take a look at some of what was said, there were definitely a lot of plans, even back in September, about creating a brand new sales services department. Now, I'm not saying that the sales services department is actually ready, because it's not. The entire team had been very busy, right after the launch. Of course, during the launch, they had the Groovathon. After that, they spent another week and a half to recover. And then there's so much more when it comes to preparing the content and editing the videos, and so many more post-launch things that the team actually had to do. So in terms of creating a brand new department, it wasn't necessarily something that anybody had the time to create at that point in time. However, with that said, we still saw the need, we still saw the demand, and we still saw an opportunity where, if possible, we can still maybe be able to help you in some way, shape, or form to close your affiliate sales for you, to talk to your members for you, and maybe just to help you out in some kind of way. Okay, and so the good news is that we did make some progress on that, and we have Mr. Del Smith saying yes, please, as in you're interested in this kind of service. So hang on, okay, because I will show you more on what we're talking about. The good news is that because I do like to do things fast. In fact, I think it was about 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. my time that I talked to Donna Fox over Skype and had a 1-hour conversation about how I can further contribute to the Groove community. So of course, we talked about this that you see on the screen right now. We talked about the live stream that's happening at this moment. And we also talked about a brand new webinar that I want to introduce you to, which is going to kick off this coming Wednesday night EST time. Okay, I don't know if it's EST now or if it's just ET as in ET phone home, right? But it's gonna be 9 a.m. Thursday morning for me. And usually I don't wake up early in the morning, but I will do that just for you every single week, because we are going to launch a brand new webinar. Now, is it for you personally? Maybe, maybe not. If you are already a Groove member, if you've already upgraded, okay, then it could be for you, or it might not be for you, because we're going to be sharing with you all the benefits of using Groove funnels. I will be sharing on the actual webinar, live demos, why you should sign up for a free account, why you should upgrade, what are all the benefits and features, and of course, any other opportunities that might entail. What is it a lot more targeted for? Well, the audience is going to be, of course, people who have not yet signed up for it. So with that said, anybody who is joining us, let's say from the public YouTube channel, or anybody who may have joined us from the public Facebook pages. And in addition, if just like what Kim mentioned earlier, and I'm going to highlight what she said once again, still need to learn how to let people know how Groove is a game changer, and learn myself how to use all the bits of Groove to help each other's businesses DIY. This is exactly what this webinar is designed to do. Okay, so going back and taking a look at this page, you can see that it is a bit of a generic title: Groove Funnels Live, how to start your online business today for free. And in case you can't really see this that well, I'm going to read this to you. Do you want to start an online business? Are you interested in learning the fundamental strategies for success? Would you like free access to software and training to help you achieve results? That's why we are here. During this live webinar, you will learn all about GrooveFunnels and how it can very possibly be everything that you need to get your online business up and running. Whether you are a beginning marketer or advanced entrepreneur, you are going to discover how the Groove community is literally changing lives all around the world. Product overview, live demos, Q&A sessions. This is everything that you will need to know about GrooveFunnels and how you can get started today for free. Register for this webinar session now, and we will see you live. And of course, I am going to be that main presenter right here. Okay, so with all of that and understanding, if you want to register your people, you can, instead of going to this link over here, obviously it's very hard for you to remember, you can go to simonleung.com. Something's wrong with my keyboard here, so bear with me, and it's /webinar. Okay, so I'm gonna copy this and I'm gonna paste it in. As you can see, if you type in simonleung.com /webinar, okay, it will redirect you to this particular page. Now, keep in mind, I'm going to paste this into the field on wherever you might be watching, okay? And if you happen to be on Facebook, here's the thing. It might not work if you just click on the link directly on the comments, because there is an issue with Facebook and redirects, where if you have redirects and you put a little link on there, it's not going to actually work all that effectively. Okay, so if it doesn't work, forget about clicking copy and paste, or type it in directly, simonleung.com /webinar, and it will redirect you, as you can see, to this particular page right here. And you will be able to register this yourself, and you will be able to invite anyone else that you want. Now, keep in mind, right now, there is no affiliate link yet associated with this particular page. So you're going to have to do your own manual tracking. But don't worry, on the webinar itself, we're going to tell them that they should upgrade directly within their account, sign up with whomever actually referred you to this webinar. And so you're going to be responsible with following up with those to whom you actually refer. Okay, so this obviously is going to be a work in progress. We're going to continue to improve this processes over time, but I think it's a great start. It's something that we've been discussing, as you can see, all the way back from this post, all the way back in September. Okay, so it's actually been already more than 2-3 months since the idea first came into play. And I think now is a great time that we actually get started on something like this. So if you're excited about this brand new quote unquote service, if you can even call it a service, or if you are excited about what's to come, maybe you want to contribute to it, maybe you want to be a part of it, maybe this is your opportunity to invite your people so that we can do the presenting for you, we can do the live demos for you, we can even do the either pre-sales or actual selling for you. Let us know in the comments if you're excited about it, and if you are, maybe it's something that we can continue to focus on and improve on over time as well. Susanna is saying, great, is there going to be an affiliate link for this webinar? I think I just mentioned that right now because this is just GoToWebinar. We don't have an affiliate link for it yet, but we are going to continue to improve this processes. Right now, I believe the best way would just be to manually track it for your own people with private invitations in just the way that I explained moments ago. Mark is saying, webinar is a great idea to help me promote Groove and build my affiliate list. I already have the platform of the platinum account, but still consider myself to be learning. And this is why we are here. And obviously with over 350,000 Groove members now, not all of them obviously are inside of the Facebook group, but there are actually over 350,000 members of the platform right after the Groovathon. And so with hundreds of thousands of people, obviously we want to provide as much help as we can. And so with all of that, we're always thinking of new ways to improve the processes, new ways to help you. Definitely use this opportunity, especially during these live streams specifically, to share with us your thoughts, your ideas, your comments on what you need, how it can be improved, and how everyone can benefit in terms of what else we can provide to you. Okay, very cool. So in terms of all of that, I believe it is something that all of us will be able to benefit on. So I personally am very excited to get to work for you. I'll still continue, obviously, to do these Groove at Any Time live sessions, and they can happen literally at any time. So always stay tuned, always keep those notifications turned on. It is a great opportunity for us to continue to help you. Susanna is asking a great excuse to create another sales page in Groove Pages where I can put my link. Yep, obviously, everything that we do, they can work in conjunction with Groove Pages. They can work in conjunction with Groove Funnels and all the great products and features that Groove Funnels provide. So I would say, hey, if you're cool with it and you understand how to use the system, you know how to maximize it, and if you don't, watch those David Lemon videos, right? Because they can help you a ton. If Susanna, you feel like it's great for you, then yeah, use any old excuse you possibly can to make use of this software. It is absolutely amazing. The funnel stack is saying, so I missed a few minutes. Do I understand correctly that the link is to a webinar that we can use to sell Groove with? The funnel stack, by the way, if you miss anything, you are recommended to watch the replay, because obviously with this question, it is not going to be the only question that you'll have. You're going to watch it, and then a lot more additional things will be explained to you. So make sure for you or anybody else who might have just joined us, be sure to watch the replay for this very first Groove at Any Time live show, because we've covered many things so far within almost the past hour already. But because I am a nice guy, I will answer your question, because that's just the kind of guy I am. So again, do I understand correctly that the link is to a webinar that we can use to sell Groove with? This is a link to this webinar registration page, where when you register, it will be a webinar where I will be conducting, and I will explain to a newcomer, somebody who doesn't know too much about Groove Funnels, exactly how they can start their online business today for free, how they can get a free account with Groove Funnels. And in the end, I will also talk about the benefits of an upgraded platinum lifetime account as well. All right, so there is possibility not only for you to get people to sign up for the free accounts, but obviously we also want them to upgrade as much as possible. However, it will be your responsibility to follow up with them, because they are your leads. And it is just a free webinar that we are conducting for you. So all the follow-up, all the calling and texting, answering the questions and everything for the people whom you refer, those are questions that you will need to follow up on. Okay, so for this, we are just simply, at least for the time being, going to do the webinar for you and explain exactly to your customers and your members and your referrals the benefits of the Groove community. Kim is saying, thank you, Simon. Love your kind help and over delivering good nuggets. You are very welcome, Kim. Thank you very much for your kind comments. Funnel Stack is saying, awesome. Thanks, Simon. And then Varun Luthra is saying, no voice. I'm not sure if you don't have your voice or if I don't have a voice. I definitely have a voice, and other people can absolutely hear me as well, as we can see in the interaction. So if you are not hearing me, obviously I shouldn't really be talking to you either right now, because you can't hear me anyway. Okay, so if you can't hear me, turn up the volume or check your speakers or something else, because there's something wrong with your system. Otherwise, watch the replay. Okay, so with all of that, we are about to wrap up for this first live session. So if you have any final questions, if you have any final comments, speak now or forever hold your peace, because once we end the session, obviously we won't be able to go on and answer those anymore. However, let's just say, for example, you are interested in some additional help in addition to the webinars. If you want to contact me directly, if you want to, let's say, even send me some messages, ask for help or whatever else, I believe the best way to do that is to connect with me on Facebook I'm gonna get the stream on here again to share this. I recommend that you go to facebook.com/the Simon Leung. Okay, this is where you will find my Facebook page. For my personal profile, obviously, more than welcome to send me a friend request. However, just to let you know, not all friend requests always come in because I always reach that 5,000 max friend limits, and sometimes Facebook doesn't allow people to send additional friend requests, and I also don't always get messages that are sent in that inbox as well. So if you need additional help, if you want to contact me directly, if the webinar itself is not enough, you have additional questions, you need some additional guidance or whatever resources that I can direct you to, feel free to connect with me on my page, which is the Simon Leung, okay, the Simon Leung, and you can always send me a message which of course, if you can I see this as a visitor? Let me see. Now, usually you're able to see this as a visitor somewhere, but oh, there it is. View as page visitor, and here you will be able to see this option to send a message. Okay, so I recommend that you send a message, like, follow, click the bell notification if you see one, because it will also update you anytime that I go live on my channel, as well as any other new bonuses that you might be interested in. So with all of that said, if you're, of course, interested in connecting with me, definitely do so on this page. We're going to wind down. If you have some questions, make sure you let me know what it is. Don't just say question or I got a question. You got to tell me what that question is. Otherwise, I can't answer it. Okay. We have Chu Shi Hui from Malaysia. Good to see you. I am also in Malaysia, in Penang. Whereabouts are you from, or you're at right now? So good to see you. Let me know. It would be great to connect. Muhammad is saying, I can. I'm glad that you can. I don't know what it is that you can be doing, but anything that you want to do, you can do. Susanna is saying, thank you, Simon. The idea of Groove at any time. Appreciate your commitment to the community. Have a wonderful weekend. You as well, Susanna. Enjoy the rest of your weekend and the rest of your week or whatever else, because time flies really fast. But we're going to do probably another session of Groove at any time within the next couple of days. So I'm very excited about that as well. Dell saying, suggestion to put forward text or WhatsApp marketing with personal affiliate link. If you're okay with coming up with a more detailed proposal on how you want that to be set up, we are all ears. I'm not sure what's WhatsApp or text messaging will do, because actually in different parts of the world, not everybody uses SMS or different WhatsApp stuff. But I think in terms of the system that we're using right now, which is GoToWebinar, we're also limited by what we can do. Okay, so with all of that, I think it is a great opportunity for us to always improve. Let us know. Definitely go to the feedback and suggestions for Groove Funnels. Let them know what those suggestions are, and we will always do what we can to improve and everything along those lines. Cool. So with all of that, I think that is all the time that we have for today. If again, you're watching us on the replay, make sure that you turn on those notifications, because what that means is you will be notified anytime we go live, whether it's Groove at any time, whether it's the Lemonade sessions, whether it's the Q&A, the Groove cards, or whatever else that the other members of the Groove team are so kind enough to every single day provide for you. And I believe that this is a great opportunity for us to continue to connect and everything as well. Winding off, Mohammed saying, I can hear you because you were asking for voice test. Okay, so I think that was all the way in the beginning if I was asking for a voice test, but thank you for the confirmation. Kim is saying, glad I caught you. Look forward to learning more ideas. keep on grooving and keep on grooving for the rest of you as well. Thank you very much for joining us here today. I believe it was a very fruitful first session of Groove at Any Time. Let me know what you thought of this session. Let me know what else you're interested in to hear about in the future. But more importantly, let me know if you are interested in being interviewed, you're interested in being on the show. It doesn't have to be an interview. It can be a chit chat. You can share your value. We can tell stories. We can just basically do whatever we want. It's a great opportunity for all of us to connect. And I believe you will absolutely enjoy this. And Michelle, our superstar from last night, saying, awesome, great to see you. And you did an absolutely amazing job. Let's connect again. I think it's been a month since we last connected on the Groovathon. So Michelle, a great job. Congratulations on all of your great work. So with all of that, thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the rest of your evening, wherever you might be. Good day, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, good night. We will see you on